Breaking news now on Fox 13's Good Morning Memphis.
And breaking news on this Thursday morning, several police officers were dragged after they pulled over a man. This is in Bartlett. And coming up, we're going to break down the chase that this guy led police on. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ernie Freeman.
And I'm Valerie Calhoun. It's 5:30 on this Thursday morning. We've got a change in the weather. Yeah, for better or for worse. We've got Fox 13 meteorologist Brittany DeBose tracking rain leaving and the cold's coming.
Breaking news now on Fox 13's Good Morning Memphis.
Yeah, we have some breaking news for you this morning. Take a look at this. A car crash causing a major backup on Interstate 40. This is near Sycamore View Road. A live look at how that accident is affecting the morning commute. You can see it there.
What a mess. Ooh. What a mess. Plus, several Bartlett police officers were dragged this morning when they pulled over somebody in that town. We will break down the chase that ended in Memphis, started in Bartlett.
Yeah, and the CDC is remaking parts of its coronavirus test kits. The test results, they say, it is not producing. Thanks for joining us live on this Thursday, February 13th. I'm Ernie Freeman.
And I'm Valerie Calhoun. Look, it's 7:30, and we are going to prepare you for the day ahead. The good news is the rain's going away. The bad news is meteorologist Brittany DeBose says it's going to feel like the 11 degrees tomorrow morning.
Breaking news now on Fox 13's Good Morning Memphis.
And breaking news at 9 o'clock. This is happening live within the last 15 minutes. Fox 13 crews arrived to where the tree fell on a power line, knocking power out to hundreds of families and shutting down the power at 3 schools. We're going to have a live update in just a moment. Thanks for joining us. I'm Valerie Calhoun. It's Thursday, February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I'm Ernie Freeman. We're at 9:30 right now. What about the weather today? Let's check in with Fox 13 meteorologist Brittany DeBose, live in Severe Weather Center 13.
In breaking news this morning, we have 3 South Memphis schools without power after a tree fell down on a power line. So Ida B. Wells Elementary, LaRose Elementary, and Booker T. Washington are open, but they don't have power.
Yeah, Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre joining us live from Walker Avenue and Mason Street. This is where that tree went down. So what happened, JP?
I can tell you this information we got from the MLGW. Basically, a private contractor happened to be working in the area, and they are the reasons why this tree fell on these power lines. And the issue happened to be reported around 6 p.m. last night, and that's all the information they are releasing to us as of right now. But you can see behind me that MLGW workers are working diligently to get these power lines restored so that power can come back on here in this area of South Memphis. I believe I heard Val say about 700 or so customers, MLGW customers, without power right now. That's including Ida B. Wells, LaRose Elementary School, and Booker T. Washington High School. Those schools are in close proximity of this downed tree here. Ida B. Wells is about 2 blocks or so away from here. LaRose Elementary is on the other side of Mason Temple here. That's about a block away. And Booker T. Washington, that's on the other side of Crump. Now, of course, we're working real close with MLGW to continue to get updates on when power will be restored in this area. Just a traffic note, if you have to come out here in this part of South Memphis, right here at Walker Avenue and Mason, you should know that Memphis police have the streets blocked off for safety reasons, and you should really avoid this area because it's really dangerous right now. You can see MLGW workers working diligently again to pick up some of these power lines to keep some of these residents safe from harm. Now, of course, we're going to continue to be out here monitoring this situation. Again, 3 schools very close to here without power. That's Ida B. Wells, LaRose Elementary, and Booker T. Washington. Of course, we're going to continue to stay out here and give you constant updates, new updates, all throughout the remaining minutes of Good Morning Memphis. Of course, those updates will come both on air and online at fox13memphis.com. I'm reporting live this morning here in South Memphis. Jeremy Pierre, Fox 13 News.
We're still waiting for more word from Shelby County Schools. Last we heard is that they're waiting on information from the school operations team. We do have breaking news at 9 o'clock. More flooding in Quitman County, Mississippi within the last 20 minutes. Emergency management there tells Fox 13 that inmates are being brought in to fill sandbags in Marks, Mississippi. We're told they're going to try to fill 1,500 bags full of sand today and tomorrow. Apparently, there's more flooding. If it continues to be an issue, they'll have these inmates work through the weekend possibly. And you're saying the rain stopped. Why is it flooding? Well, this is flooding along the Coldwater River. Quitman County telling Fox 13 they have more roads that are closed today due to flooding, but they have not had a chance to release the updated list. So listen, if you're in Quitman County or some of the other Mississippi counties that have seen this flooding, be careful, drive slow. If you see standing water, don't drive through it. You just don't know how deep it is.
We have some new details this morning in that deadly house fire last night in Marshall County. The coroner identifying the victim as 87-year-old James Willie Ford Sr. He was a well-known local gospel singer with a group called Twilight Singers. That fire happened off Highway 7 North. We're told Mr. Ford died of smoke inhalation. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. And breaking news this morning, several Bartlett police officers dragged down a heavily traveled road after they pulled a man over.
We've got Fox 13's Dominique Dillon live at Kirby, Whitten, and Stage Road where it all started. And you talked to Bartlett police or heard from them in the last 30 minutes or so. What else are you hearing?
Well, Val, yeah, I reached out to Bartlett police about 30 minutes or so. They still haven't gotten back to me. They say they plan to release a press release soon with details about the whole situation and the suspect's name. But I'm here at Kirby, Whitten, and Stage where this all started. If you take a look behind me, you can see this is a pretty busy intersection. There's several businesses around, and we're told this all happened last night just before midnight. Police officers pulled a man over. We're unsure what the traffic violation was, but while talking to the man, officers decided they were going to have their canines get out of the car to further investigate. However, the man decided to just pull off, dragging officers at least 30 feet. That's what police tell us. And it led them on a chase about 6 miles all the way into Memphis. It finally ended at Ramil and Yale. And in the video, you can see a vehicle, white Chevy, surrounded by officers, the doors wide open, and this is an ongoing investigation. So hopefully in a matter of time we'll learn more about who the driver was. In Bartlett, Dominique Dillon, Fox 13 News.
All right, Dominique, it is 9:37 now. We have a follow-up on a deadly shooting in Berkeley. Memphis police looking for witnesses who were in the area when the shooting happened. Take a look at this person. He's being called a person of interest. Police say he and a dark-colored car were near the 900 block of Nova Reese Street Tuesday night when a 20-year-old was shot dead, 20-year-old man. Police say the victim's 2006 Ford Mustang was taken and has not been recovered. And anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 528-CASH.
And we've got a picture of the man who police say stabbed and killed a 74-year-old woman. Memphis police say Kelvin Nelson is wanted for the stabbing death of 74-year-old Katrina Webster. Police say 2 other people were injured in that attack, one critically. It happened last Sunday, just after 9 on Compton Avenue near Highway 51. Police say everyone knew each other, but Nelson is still on the run. They say he could be driving a gray 2016 Dodge Challenger.
One person arrested in a human trafficking sting in Mississippi. Nicholas Pittman was arrested this past Saturday in Oxford on charges of promoting prostitution and conspiracy to commit robbery. During the operation by Oxford police and the Northwest Mississippi Human Trafficking Task Force, other misdemeanor arrests were made for procuring prostitution.
New details on that coronavirus this morning. China has announced 242 more people have died this morning. That's twice as many as we had the previous day. In China, more than 14,000 people have the coronavirus. More than 1,300 people have died. Worldwide, 60,000 people are infected.
Meanwhile, the Centers for Disease Control is remaking part of a coronavirus test kit. That's because those kits produced inconclusive results. So the CDC says they're going to remanufacture an agent that has shown to be inconsistent. States that were able to verify their kits can continue with the testing process, The rest of the state labs are going to have to wait until the replacements are shipped out by the CDC. No word on how long that's going to take.
And here in the Mid-South, the Shelby County Health Department is monitoring 20 people for symptoms of the coronavirus. We just got that confirmation last night, and the health department says they're people who recently returned from China. They are not considered high risk, and they were not in the Wuhan region. That's where the virus started. And these folks have been asked to stay at home and self-monitor for 14 days.
Of the health department is always to monitor outbreaks of disease. So this is something we actually do every day that most people are not aware of.
No reported cases of the coronavirus here in the Mid-South, and let's hope it stays that way.
Still to come, a local waitress gets a $4,500 tip. We'll tell you how she plans to pay it forward.
And a ruling on the house fire that killed a family of 7 in Mississippi, including 6 children. What investigators say started that deadly fire.
Breathalyzers on school buses? I'm Jacqueline Fell in Washington. Coming up, why national safety groups say they're needed.